All right, so we'll get started soon. We're just gonna let people show up. We have about a minute or so. So I'm just gonna sit on a block, sort of in a meditative posture. It will be a good way just to get yourself grounded and allow your whole body to sort of get ready for an hour of yoga. Yeah. Hour of yoga on a Monday morning. So good. Really good. Take some water. That's nice. All right. So if you have music, I recommend, if you like music, and I know most of us do, you can put on some music for yourself. In fact, if you're on Spotify, I do have a bunch of playlists. So if you ever feel like you need some inspiration, some yoga music, just go to Spotify, Tog Rowan, TAHGROEN, and find me. And there's some public playlists there that are really good. Good for yoga. And they're an hour, so I just made them an hour. So we have this nice quiet beginning, and then build up in the middle, and then that quiet Shavasana music. So it's just a yoga playlist. Anyhow. Get yourself seated. I like sitting on a lift to let my knees drop down, which lets the pelvic bowl tilt forward and really aligns the spine into this tall, upright place. You can drop your chin, swallow a couple times, take that big sigh like, I made it here. Really good. And just let your chin drop, lengthen through the back of the neck, and as you float above your hips, let the lower body settle in. If you can sense that expansion into the hips. You feel that? Or it just kind of gets heavy. Good. So once that's heavy and the knees are dropping, keep that sensation and then lift. Just give your upper body that lightness, that lift. Whew, which lets this chest and the whole center chakra, this is growth, this is love, this is peace, this is knowing, all in your heart. And the color is green. In fact, take your hands over your heart, slightly drop your chin, let your shoulders broaden on the back, and drop the chin right to that heart center. Remember the hips, lighten. We lightened up the upper body, but make sure that lower half is seated, consciously seated into the block, the mat, the pillow. Feel your jaw soften and relax. And let the breath come in easily in through the nose. Wow. Filling your heart up, filling your ribs out. Exhale. So nice. Again, just to come here, even if you just tune in for this part of the class, you're doing yourself a favor. This grounding, this breath work. Inhale. Calming. Exhale. Trying to fill the whole space. Letting your elbows expand. Your heart. Good. Again, inhale. Exhale. It's almost like this wave of movement starts happening. In fact, you can release your arms, bring your chest forward, and bring your chest back. Exhale. Chin down. Wow. Use the fingertips on the knees and around into the back, navel into the spine. New breath. Inhale. Come forward. Ujjayi breath, which is ocean breath in through the nose. Exhale out through the nose. Take your time. Exhale. Good. Do that a few more times. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Just caught the fact that my computer needed to be plugged in. Don't want to lose you. Oh, wow. All right, so now switch the feet up just to alternate that habitual side now in front. Just notice the difference. Pull the sit bones back. And then we're going to go in a circle. So instead of back and forth, you're just finding this flow around. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Staying tall. Inhale. Exhale. Really good. And then switch directions. Make sure you do the same amount the other direction. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale. Exhale. Wow. Feeling gravity. Take your head, even your chin to the chest. Wow. It feels like I want to shoot one arm out. Shoot the other arm out. It's all an experiment. Last one. Wow, really good. Yeah, nice. I'm going to take this block out. I feel a little wobbly. You might want to take it out. Just depends on your knee and the hip opening. Take your arms high now. Inhale. Exhale over to the right side. Left arm extends high. You can look down. You can look up. Inhale. And you could look down, rotate that shoulder. It's similar to what we were just doing with that reach out. And then one more up. And then exhale down. Good. Inhale, bring it all the way up. Bring both arms back up. Exhale to the other side. Feel the rib cage opening on that right. Left arm comes down. Right arm reaches over. Big smile. Starting to feel good. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, drop it down. Good. And again, just repeat that. Anytime your movement through yawning, excellent way to start opening and releasing into the brain. So just let that happen. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. Come on up. Come on up. Good. And then bring the hands behind you. I'm going to turn. You may be on your mat. Totally fine. I'm going to turn horizontal on my mat. Fingertips behind me for reverse tabletop. So take a little bounce in the elbows. In fact, actually, take a circle movement, letting the chest and the clavicles open and expand. And then switch directions. There's those yawns that you should just let happen. Let them come out through the jaw, the face. Good. So that little bit of bounce. Take a breath. Exhale. Gently bring your hips up. Gradually bringing it a little higher. Yes. Feel your heart lift. Maybe your head comes up and your chin drops back. Good. Opening to the front of the body. Great to warm up the arms. I can't stop yawning. Nice. Look forward to come out. Inhale. Exhale, gently release. Nice. Adjust the hands high. New arrivals. Love it. Glad you're here, Julia. And then knees to the right. You're not late. We're just getting started. Woo. I'm just getting my yawn started. Knees to the left. Just repeat. Right side. Inhale. Coming to center. Exhale. Couple more like that. Wow. And it's interesting. Let me sort of describe what's happening. So my knees are heavy on the left. I'm pushing into both hands evenly, but I'm turning my right shoulder to the right as I drop my knees down. This increases that twist in the torso. That makes sense. Inhale, come back to center. Now see if you can feel that on the other side too. So knees are heavy, chest is lifted, hands are firmly pressed, and then gently turning, looking over that left shoulder. Good. Adding that twist. Awesome. Come back to center. Walk the fingers in close to you. Adjust so that you have room behind you. Pull the knees in. Wow, a little tight, a little stiff. Did a lot of yoga yesterday. Just finished our walk. So body's feeling like it needs to stretch out. This time take some really deep, dark void. If you drop your chin down and you close your eyes and you hold really tight, there's this dark, quiet space. Take that in and then let it out through the mouth. Try to soften into the low back. We'll do that 2 more times. You're holding nice and tight. Inhale. Let it out through the mouth. Head drops a little lower. Back drops a little lower. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, mouth. Woo, triggered a yawn. All right, so then come out, come up to light. Hands underneath the kneecaps. Make sure you have room behind you. You're going to come all the way back and all the way up. And just massage the back. Inhale to lift tall. Exhale, keep it tight and into this ball all the way back. I like that linger on the back side. You might like that too. It gives the lower back a good stretch. Last one. Your own timing. You can watch the feet. My feet were a little flexy. You can even point them. See if you can find momentum. Wow. And come into a forward fold. Shake out the head. Grab the elbows. Let the hip creases. Lift high. Bring the weight towards your toes. Good. Let the head just shake out. Yes. Feels nice to feel those hip creases. Knowing that there's some space in the navel and the belly. And let your whole body drape over the thighs. You can let it rock a little bit side to side. Just taking our time today, warming up slowly. Sink a little deeper into the feet. Maybe possibly straighten the legs now. Feel the inner lines. So the ball of the foot, push down into the ball of the foot. So your inner ankles. You can even bring your feet a little closer. So you're feeling, this is a great trick that I
have been utilizing is putting a block in between the calves and giving that this kind of suction inward as you sink into the feet, and it lets the feet press in evenly, if you notice that. Okay, just a couple more breaths. Good. Gently take that block out if you put it in. Walk the hands up the shins right underneath the kneecaps. Open up the chest forward. Exhale, pull back in. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale. Suction in the navel. Bring the shoulders wide. Open up the chest forward. Let it go. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, pushing, reaching, extending. Exhale, pull back in. See how fired up these legs are? Just so much light through these outer edges, inner edges, into the feet. Good. And it's up to you. Rolling up might be just the ticket for you. Feels like I've lit my legs up pretty well, so I'm going to suction in and see if I can come up flat back. Only if that feels like you had the core strength to do that. Otherwise, roll yourself up. Good. All right, let's just get some wiggles out. Walk it out. Oh, yeah. Just getting yourself geared up. All right, so if there's a wall close to you or even a couch, see if you can lean on that piece of furniture or wall. Just give yourself this modified, I would call this a modified down dog. So say if you have somebody who you're wanting just to teach them one simple stretch, this would be that simple stretch on a counter, on a table. And just kind of push into the wall, ribs in, reach your head forward, same line as the spine. Sink down into the feet. Good. Kind of shuffle the toes together. Have your base. You can also just do this in the room without any support. That's awesome too. And shoot that right leg. So it's like all that power. Right leg back. Right hip drops. Ribs in. A little easier to start with some support. Lift that right leg high. Keep that right hip dropping. Shoot the hands into the wall. Hover and hold. Wow. Wow. Good. Let that come down. Take a break. I'm going to move my feet apart again. I'm going to bend a little bit. Give myself a seat. Pull it back. And sit. Lining up the legs again. How's that feel? You can do this all without support too. All right, come back up. Open up the chest. Oh, wow. Yeah. You might have heard that. That was my whole sternum popping. Good. Come back to that wall. Oh my gosh, it's so far away now. Woo! Shuffle your toes together again. All those sounds, all that breath, let it go. Long neck. Good. Loving it. All right, so now shoot that left leg straight back, left leg straight back. Left hips dropping, push into the wall evenly. Broad shoulders, just like you're in down dog with those shoulders. Each side is different. Left leg is high. Get some space. How are we doing? Yeah. Good. Let that gently come down. Widen the feet. sit into your squat. So you're really shooting the hips back. Take off the wall. Sit a little lower. Sit a little lower. Sit a little lower. Good. Fire up the legs. Come all the way up. Arch back again. Good. Hips come back. Slowly, with mindful, slow motion, just open your chest. Open it, open it, open it. Let your hips come forward. And then bring your hands behind you. You're going to interlace. Take a deep breath. Exhale, push down into the fists and push your hips forward. Really make sure my feet are firm, my hip creases are back, and my heart is lifted as I push forward. Good. Come on out. Big sip of air. Exhale, forward fold. All right. Now it's gradually getting deeper and deeper into that forward fold. Take a breath. Exhale. One more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. Let your hands come back to the low back. You can even pound it out. Make sure that head's not looking up. Thinking too much. Let it just shake out. Keep pounding, keep pounding. I'm going to adjust my camera. Woo! Keep pounding, keep pounding. Good. Nice. And then make sure the feet are about hip width apart. Release your hands to the ground. Drop that right hand. Keep it down. And so if it does not touch the ground, highly recommend just setting a block for yourself underneath that hand. So right hand's coming down. You're going to bend that right knee. Straighten the left knee. And then a heart forward. Everything's kind of stacking on top of each other as you turn into that left side. You can even look up. To the lower belly. Good. Your block has many levels, or you can even use the floor. Looks like I need a block. How cool is that? It's like that little experiment. You're like, what do I need? Ta needs a block today. That's it. Just turn. You can also look down. Keep breathing. That steady breath. So there's this beautiful sweet spot where you're active but not overactive. Because you want this to be calming, not agitating. So keep that in mind when you're practicing, that this is a calming experience. Release that hand, take a pause. In fact, I think the pause will be down dog. So go ahead and take it back. Give it a little shake out. And then we'll step back up to do the other side. But just shake out the head. Spread the shoulders wide. You can pump out the heels. First time in down dog on the floor. We kind of were there on the wall. Which is really a great tool to use. Really nice. Just that pull into the calf. Today's a slow, steady build up to our warriors. Nowhere to go. Just being here right now with me. Nice. Good. And just take little steps. You can even cross them. across those steps. So that feels nice. All the way to the top of the mat. Good. Nice. Excellent. And then back to hip width apart. It was that left hand staying down. I'm just going to back up a little bit. Left hand staying down. Sink into the feet. Bend the left knee. Open the rib cage to the right. Make sure that hand is underneath, stacking underneath that shoulder. Straighten the right leg. The right arm comes high. Again, you can feel a little bit of pressure in that left bent knee, left bent foot too, as you sink evenly into the feet. Keep turning. Maybe alternate looking down and looking up. Great. Release. How's the breath? Felt like I held my breath a little bit there. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, go ahead and step back to high plank. Toes are underneath the heels. Shoulders are right over the wrists. That's some fire through your midsection. And you can exhale, heels to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. You can always go to your down dog or your child's pose. If you've been practicing with me before, you know I highly encourage your inner guru to wake up. What do you need? What's your body want? Last set. Awesome. Good. Let's just go down dog and we'll do push-up, I promise. We'll do yoga push-up just a sec. Give yourself a moment to just gradually warm yourself up. In back, take the toes together. Shoot that right leg back. Just what we did on the wall, remember? In Warrior 3. Same thing. Keep that left knee pointed straight ahead. See if you could sink down into that back heel, and then at the same time, lift your right hip a little higher, but keep the hip in the socket. See that? This is out. This is in. It's about 2 inches. What that does is it fires up your glute muscle. Notice that. So pull it away from you, and then pull it in. Away and in. Still breathing. Don't forget to breathe. In. Lights up that whole glute muscle. Woo! Awesome. Let's do that on the other side. Shoot that left leg back. Hips are square. Right knee straight ahead. Right heel sinking down. Shoulders broad. Head reaching. Do that same thing. Pull it away. Pull it in. Out. And in. My goodness. Out. Keep it in. Lift it a little higher. Dropping that left hip so it's parallel to the earth. Same as that right leg. Lift, lift, lift. So good. Step up left leg. Step up right leg. Inhale, bring your heart high. Walk your hands underneath the kneecaps. And let it go all the way in. Give it that bend and that wrap. Like a child's pose. It's like my whole body wants to undulate. Let it just undulate over the upper thighs. And then grab. Shake it out. If you feel ready, try keeping that wrap around the calves and then straighten the legs. Don't worry if you're not straight. Just keep that bent. Keep that nice and tight. Child's pose sensation. You're hugging your upper thighs. Feel the weight towards the toes. So good. Stay with it. And let it go. Nice. Definitely sit low. Walk your hands to your knees. See that? Use that for support. Take a breath. Give it some pulse. Round cat-cow. Drop it down. I just thought of something. Crisscross your arms and try that. Pull. One more. And then switch hands. Other hand on the bottom. Same thing. Round. And then pull. Good. Stay low. Fire up the legs. You're with it. You're with it. Oh my gosh. Yes. And then stand up. All right. Back to interlace fingers behind your back. Open up the chest. Starting to speed up. Exhale, forward fold. Release the hands, low back to the ground. Moving through flow. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, stepping back, high plank. Your first push-up. Exhale. New breath, slide through up dog. All right, so guess what? Most of us have tight, stiff. First up dog should be low. And what do we call that? We call that a cobra. So just stay with a little bit lower in the back, for the back. First one. Gradually work it up. Most of us need that to warm up our back. Try not to grip the glutes either. Letting that upper body do the work. Okay, feel about ready? See what happens. A little bit higher, maybe a little bit higher, and there you go. Can even drop right hip, look over left shoulder. Smiling. Back to center. Other side. Woo! Come back to center. One more like that. Left side. You're starting to warm up that back. Your own pace. Can always move through that flow. And then tabletop or straight legs to down dog. Up you go. Really good. Take the toes together. Bring that right leg high. This time, keep that hip stacking over the right. Notice how it changes the inner groin on that left leg. So my ribs were just kind of sagging outward. Let those come in a little bit as you push into your hands. Okay, so probably sensing some of those habits. Bend that right knee. It's up to you. I'm not sure what level you are practicing at. If this is not accessible, just stay in this one-legged down dog. Or some of you may know, you're just going to flip it over using your feet for support up into your heart. Be careful of that shoulder, that left shoulder. If at any time it's wobbly or shaking, you're going to sink in your feet or come out. Heart's lifting. Awesome. Come on down. Take that right arm to the ground. Right knee drops to the ground. Left foot hovers. Left arm comes up and go into side bow. Reach back for this foot. Wow. I have a sequence. Just naturally wants to go into this next posture, which will be a low lunge with this left leg. So take this left leg and just bring it up and give that a press. Okay, pressing into the hands. You can also give yourself support with that back knee, having more padding. You can straighten and bend. In fact, it can come all the way back and then all the way forward. Just make it yours. See what your body wants. I'm tending to want to move around a lot these days. And then when I consciously focus, I'll take that meditative moment and just stay for 3 more breaths. Really good. Take that left leg back and just come into child's pose. Take a break, toes together. Either reach yourself forward and stretch out the back, or if you need more support, support your head, or a little bit of both. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Deep inhale, nose. Exhale, nose. You can hear that whispering noise, that ocean breath, that audible breath. Again, let's do that one more time. Focus on the sound. Excellent. Good. Coming into puppy pose. Walking the hands forward, keeping the knees underneath the hips as you drop the forehead down. You can look forward. You can even walk the hands forward. You can drop your chest to the ground. Oh, hips shooting back. Feel it in the belly. Good. Forehead has to come down. Maybe a hand moves in, other hand moves in. I like supporting myself, so it just helps. Seems like tabletop is here for a reason. Just use that to give yourself this awesome movement. Oh, it's all about finding that experience for your body. It's not yoga unless you're like sensing, like, where should I go? What does my body want? So finding that inner guru for yourself, highly, highly recommend just tuning in. What do you notice? What do you feel? Good. All right, hands move forward just a little bit. Tuck the toes. You're ready for your down dog. You can hover the knees to prep. Getting space. Getting lots of push away from the earth. And then exhale, pull the hips back, drop the shoulders. Awesome. Toes together. Really nice. Bring that left leg high. Open and stack that left hip. Right knee straight ahead, right heel sinks down. Hold, hold, hold. Broad shoulders, even hands. Slightly bend or just let gravity take that heel towards your hip, towards your glute. Start rocking that left hip up and behind you. Your heart lifts. Shoulders come towards the front. So that you're even into that foot and to that shoulder as you flip it over to wild thing. Using the legs to help. Good. Gently come out. Doesn't have to look pretty. Left knee comes down. You have my backside now. I didn't say this on the other side, but that left knee's down, left foot is over to the left, giving you a kickstand. Make sure the left hand is underneath the shoulder. Stack that right hip, modified side plank. Bending the knee, reach back for bow. Make sure you're using your glute muscles. I know. I wanted to say that because you have a different visual now. See how much this hip crease is pushed back. Ribs are knitted in. Look over that right shoulder if you can. Kick it back. Heart reaches forward. Maybe look down. Kick it up, kick it up, kick it up. Awesome. Release that left hand to meet the right foot. Use your breath, use your power. Oh, steps up. Awesome. I like padding. Hope you do too, because you want to support your body. Padding underneath that left knee. And then straighten and bend. Good. Forward and back. I think I can. All the way back. You want to sort of make sure you do the same for each side. So I went all the way back. Maybe you did too. Yeah, here just to inspire, You find that your body wants to do different things during this whole yoga session. You let that happen. You honor what your body needs, what your desire is. And it's kind of easier, at home, because you're in your privacy of your own home and you can do exactly what you want. Not feeling like have to be on point when you're in a class, right? So it's a good thing. There's positives, there's silver lining to all of this. And pause into that hip crease. Firm up that right foot, not just to sag into it, but use the power in that right foot, right hip. Settle in. Awesome, good. And then gently come out. This time, take it to high plank to low push-up. To your up dog, see what that feels like. Oh, yeah, starting to warm up. Takes time. Exhale back. All right, go ahead and step or hop up. Big step, heart lifts. Exhale, pull in. And then all the way up, flat back. Take your time, fire up the legs. Inhale. Exhale, hands at your heart. Just pause a moment. Standing in Tadasana. Keep your eyes just closed, quiet place. Feeling the weight even to right and left foot. Feeling the top of the head reaching a little taller. Last breath, mindful awareness. Really good. Gently open the eyes. Let's just take our feet wide on the mat so you can face me however your mat is. Just give it a little wide stance. And let's take the shoulders again. We've been there twice, I think. This will be the third time for that shoulder opening. Heart. And then bring it back. I'm dropping my chin because I already can feel that stretch through the back of the neck. Making sure your feet are parallel and they're active. Push down into the fist. Give that a lift through the chest. And then slowly micro bend. Hips shoot back. Heart comes forward. Sink evenly into the feet. Good. I feel like I'm too wide. So I'm going to bring my feet a little closer. And then over you go. Little bend in the knees. Take an inhale, navels up into the spine. Inhale together. Exhale to push into the ground. Straighten your legs a little bit. Do that one more time. Inhale. Bend slightly. Exhale. Straighten that out. Navel in and up. Awesome. Let the hands go. Walk. Let the hands release all the way to the ground. And then turn a little bit towards that left toe. And just take your whole rib cage. See if it comes over to that left side and give it some nice tight hug. Feels good as you hug. So your left toe, I'm sorry, I think I said right. Your left toe, I'm on my left side. So make sure you get on that same side or you'll get confused. So feel that left hip tuck underneath you a little bit. Good. Left hand stays wherever it is. Maybe it's on the front. Mine's on the back side. I'm just going to kind of leave it there. My right hand opens the rib cage, and I'm going to turn my right hand up. See if that works for you. And this whole back side is like sort of hollow. You can see that hollow feeling in the belly as this opens up. So maybe fingertips. Maybe move the hand. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So now it's inner thigh. This left hip is tucking, sort of like triangle, but different because this is all dropping forward. Don't force that. You can also look down. Feels neat. Feels really cool. Can even play with that arm. Awesome. All right. So it feels like this is going to move into something. So let it. We're going to open up that right foot, bring it way out, bend into that left knee, turn a toe so it's straight towards that left side of the mat, and adjust. Maybe you need a block. Yeah, maybe you need a block underneath that left hand. Straighten that hip, and then we're opening to side angle. How cool is that? Really nice. So keeping that left hip tucked under. Maybe even take that right arm around the back towards that inner groin and turn. Good. I don't need the block, so I'm just going to plant it. Fingertips work. So see how much power you have through your feet? Want to use that. So your legs are on fire, so your core is on fire. Lengthen through that upper body. You can even look down. So good. Inner thigh. All right. Take that right arm over the ear. Just reach it out. You can turn the rib cage a little bit as you look up. Keep that right hip leg active. Come on down. Nice. Hand comes down. Go back to center. Parallel feet now. Back to center. And shake it out. Yes. Use your hands for support. Protect that knee. And come to the right. Take a good breath. And come back to center. And to the left. Good. And so do that 2 or 3 more times. So you're just going back and forth. I'm going to come up and adjust my camera again. Because you know I record this in 1080p instead of... Because I use this for more videos. Yeah! All right. So one more set. Take your time. Linger. Linger where you want to linger. Use your hands for support. Really nice. Okay, come back to that center spot. Good. Fire up the feet. And this time, just pull straight down. So let the head, shake that head out. I know we want to think so much. Let that go. And pull straight down. Weight into the toes. Into the inner thighs. Pull down. Good. And then turn your right toe out just slightly. You're going to bring your whole upper body over to that right side. Just drape it first. Keep that firm pressure in the legs and wrap it around. See that navel? It's up. See if you can find some of that space in there. How do you get that? Because this is where you're protecting your hip sockets because you're creating more space in there. Good. All right, so right hand stays down. This torso lifts up a little bit. Maybe you're adjusting this right hand. And then this left arm. Oh, tuck or circle that hip crease back so that right sit bone is underneath you. Open into that left side. Good. Each side is different. Wow. Completely different. Feels like my right hip needs to rotate back a little bit. Maybe you too. You're playing with the pressure in the right foot. Hollow out the belly. Turn. Okay. Left arm behind you. Turn that right toe up. Extra support for side plank. Side angle pose. Back foot goes back. Right hand supports. Right knee bends into that lunge. Left arm behind you. Maybe even grab for that hip crease and settle in. Oh, wow. Whole different side. Try to fire up that right leg enough so that you're using that to hold you, not your hip sagging into the hip crease. You know what I mean? You're using your inner lines, your inner core. Good. Left arm can come over. Side needs a little bit more play. Come out when you're ready. Don't have to follow me. Find what your body wants. Little baby steps. I've been practicing a long time, so I'm exploring and experimenting on this side. A little bit deeper press into my right foot. It's all for you, though. Make sure you're doing what you need. Woo! Hand comes down. Straighten that leg. What do we do? Yeah, let's move through flow. We already went to center on that other side, so just go through flow. Shake it out. Straight back. Low push-up. Always nice to support yourself if you feel like you're wanting some nurturing. Half chaturanga. Nice to slow your body down, slow your mind down. In fact, you're more than welcome to go into down dog and come back. I'm just going to go right into Sphinx pose. But down dog might be a good idea. But meet me back here. That's it, yeah. Just feel like my back needs a little bit more juice. Okay, so what that means is we're in our Sphinx pose, not elbows to the ears or gripping the glutes. You want your shoulders down on your back and broad, and heart reaches forward, chin is level, tops of the feet, inner thighs, in a light, and a push. That's the slow and gentle movements through your heart. Yeah. You're just pulsing. Elbows drop, and then elbows straighten. See that? One more. Really nice. Pull the elbows out to the sides. Bend the knees. Widen the knees. Circle the ankles. Rest the head. Dropping the feet to the right. And then to the left. Time flies. I think it might be nice just to hang out on our mat, laying Keeping the inner groin theme. Drop the toes down. Open up the feet wide. And flex the toes. And get the move just a little bit. Flex the toes out, heels inward. At the same time, you want your navel to reach towards the front of the mat. Good. And the heels drop inward. Nice. So see if you could keep the kneecaps spinning outward. Okay. So we did a bunch of inner groin. So you might even be able to go a little wider and a little deeper now in this posture. Usually I bring this posture at the beginning. And so it's interesting to feel the difference towards the end. Takes time, gradual openings. Okay, and another trick is put some pressure into the knees so that you can tilt the sit bones upward and you have that natural length and lift through the lower body. Changes. And then let that go. Just surrender and relax. We'll do 3 more breaths. So nice. Feeling your whole body relax. All right, so now that right toe, just use your big toe to move it down and change the kneecap so it's straight down. Good. Soften that foot. Left knee, so you're leaning your whole body over to your hips to the right, so you're bending your left knee 90 degrees. Great stretch here before we twist is to move this knee away from you. See that? You're going to push that knee. Lengthen through the belly. And again, pause. Feel those sensations. You can put pressure into this knee, inside edge of the knee, and pull back. All right, add your twist. Inhale. Right arm to the left. Turn. You can even use your left hand as I am, turning and pushing and stacking. Hip over. And adjust. And look over that right shoulder. Wow. Nice. Let your whole body be soft and heavy. Jaw. Inhale nose. Let it out through the mouth. Awesome. Oh my gosh. It's these points where you just surrender and relax that make up the whole practice just for these moments. You know, celebrate them. It's incredible. And we're in a time right now on our planet where the power to do this is very succinct, meaning it's easy to get out of alignment, but it's just as easy to get in to alignment. You can't have one without the other. So trust in this contrast that we are living to be the catalyst to move you into the light. Wow, I don't know where that came from, but that's it. I'll have to transcribe that. Because I don't take responsibility. It's coming from other sources. The more receptive we are, let's go back to our belly before I start crying. The more receptive we are,
it's not about us. It's not our ego. It's like other stuff coming in to tell us stuff if we just let it happen. All right, so come back to your belly. And before we do that on the other side, you're going to take this left arm. Your right arm stays right where it is. Your left arm goes whoosh, and comes right over that right arm. And you drop the chin, stretching out the shoulders, top of the shoulders. And just breathe. Stay relaxed. All right, head comes up. Woo! Gently, gently come out. We'll just take it into that inner thigh stretch on the right. So you're just supporting your head, leaning your weight over to the left. Just gently slide the right knee up and push it away from you. Inner thigh. Getting that as heavy as possible on that right side. It feels like I want more pull through the belly, so I'm up and drop like a wave, like a little undulation. And just rest. You can do that pressure, putting some pressure into that right knee, shooting the hip crease back. Noticing there's some space in your belly. Putting some pressure and then release into that right knee. Okay, and then adding our beautiful twist. Take a breath, inhale. Lift your torso, walk the left arm over to the right. Right arm comes up. Stack. Actually, I used it to help support me. And then stack the hip. Find that hip crease right above you. And so what happens sometimes is you might need support underneath your knee, or you might need support underneath this back shoulder. And that's fine, you know. You can do that. Oh, yeah, it gives it some surrender. And just let that happen. One more full cycle of breath. All right, feel about balanced. We have that last shoulder stretch, and then we'll turn onto our back. Like a little bit of knot. Anytime you find like a spot that's kind of talking to you, more than welcome to give it some massage. So like a little saying, hey, treat me, give me some pressure, little knots. You can use your thumb to self-massage. All right. Gently come out, move your props aside, straighten the leg, come to the belly, and wiggle that flat. The right arm now swoops to the left side and drop your chin down. I like my palms up, but you're more than welcome to put palms down. Drop the chin. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Take your time. Try to get that relaxed sensation of heavy head. That exhale helps.
Not trying to take yourself too seriously, just letting it go. Beautiful. Feels like that's ready to come out. And then just turn onto your back. So the time that your ponytail needs to come out, if you have a hair thing, let that be flat. In fact, broken bridge, take a block, give yourself just a little massage for your neck. Oh yeah. Rocking from side to side. Chin to the left, back to center, chin to the right. Nice balance of class today where we brought some strength and some core, and then also these relaxation, surrender postures. Good combination to give yourself a balance. Yoga is supposed to make you feel good, help you come back to who you really are, which is this calm, clear, connected, joyful, because through the practice, what's amazing, and I'm going to have to share the exact place in a class just recently, I think it was Saturday's class, where I shared some not so pleasant emotions coming up. There were some tears, maybe right below the surface. There was a little bit of anger, not to say that those don't come up too. In fact, that is the work, honoring all of those emotions that may not be joyful, may not be blissful, and just going, oh, this is okay. What is this? Instead of numbing, we tend to numb, and then you don't know what to feel or what to do or what to think or what you want. So yoga's here to show us all of that so that we do know what we want. We can find clarity. It's awesome. It's really awesome. It just takes that commitment to show up, to come to class. Just coming to class, coming to your mat. All right, so these last few minutes, let's go through the choices that I've always encouraged. Supported bridge, excellent. Giving your back some reverse flexion or active bridge without the block. More twisting, say you want to twist right and left. You could do eagle twist. You can even do that supine again. You can come up with both knees, do happy baby. This is like, pick one, find what your body wants. This is that desire thing. What do you desire? Happy baby. Soles of the feet together. Supta Baddha Konasana. Arms above you. Okay. All excellent. I think I'm gonna keep my knees straight up and circle out my back. I like this right now. Jeez. It's like this whole back wants to readjust. That sacral. It's a nice way to do it. Sort of like walking your knee up and back down, hip crease up and back down. You can also pulse. Finding your inner guru. What does your body need and want? My lower back needs more strengthening.
Good. Take a few more breaths wherever you are. And then rest in Shavasana. I like support underneath my hamstrings with my soft, squishy foam blocks. Just feels amazing. That's it. And just rest. It's time to let go of that ujjayi and just let that soft, quiet whisper of a breath happen. Feeling your teeth, a little bit of space between your teeth. Lightly rest the tongue behind the teeth, the upper teeth. Let both hands soften and rest heavy. Let the forehead broaden and expand and soft. Feel ready? Just a possibility. You can wake up by deepening the breath, but just a possibility that you want to stay right where you are. Stay. Do what you want to do. Lay there. Be still. But if you want to wake up, do it gradually, Slowly, taking your time, moving slow, fingertips, rubbing, toes wiggling, head rocking. Deep sigh. And then knee. And another knee. And rocking to that side that would feel best to rock towards. Go to that side. Just pause on your side. Take a deep breath. Let your whole body be heavy. And then that top hand, let that be your pressure, your support to come up. And your other hand, and you're sitting in a meditative posture. Last thing to come up is that chin and that head. Yeah, so nice. One more breath together. Inhale. And let it out through the mouth. Seal the lips. Back in through the nose. Out through the nose. All right, so good. Hands come together next to your heart. I honor the work that you just did. The processes, this process of awakening our inner light. That's what we're doing. Namaste. Have a great week, okay? And there is always a replay. You can watch the replay. This will be on the YouTube channel. So, all right. Thank you for being here. And let me know if you watch the replay. Just say, hey, I watched the replay in the comments. Talk to you soon. Have a great week, everybody. Ah, so good. Good. Wasn't that great? That was so good. I loved it. So good. All right. So let me know what you thought of that class. There were some moments in there that were just really special to me. So hopefully you are enjoying this, and just let me know. Oh my gosh, did I really do an hour and 18 minutes? Oh my gosh, you guys got a bonus class. Love it. All right, talk to you soon. Have a great time. Remember to subscribe to my channel, okay? All right. Yeah, good job.